what other
Mm.
elements maybe do you find as obstacles perhaps within your communicative channels throughout all your different collabs, either as a dance filmmaker, either as a stage choreographer, and of course as a performer? You've been in all these different roles.
Mm.
How have you had, or what kind of challenges maybe have you had with regards to communicating with people,
Mm.
whether it's higher up or down low? Yeah, take us through that a bit.
Totally. I mean, I think one of the biggest obstacles is ego. I find that when I think I know the
Yeah.
answer, or I think I know the right way, or I'm working with somebody who is closed off to finding any other way, the road to communication, the road to our goals are a lot more challenging to get through. So I think walking into any project, I have had to sit back, take a deep breath,
Mm,
and remind myself that I don't know what's happening for the most part.
mm,
And so asking questions and making sure that I understand what's going on, and I'm listening to the people around me, and I'm listening to what people need, and I'm asking what people need. And I'm asking myself what I need in order to make this work on a human level and then on a technical level.
mm,
So yeah, I find myself, I've caught myself recently feeling very, proud of the work that I've done and getting a little ahead of myself, and having to tell myself like there's still so much to learn.
mm,
There's still so much that I do not know, even though I have dabbled within multiple fields. It's been a dabbling of sorts
mm,
as of now, and I'm excited for down the road when I can pass on a bit more knowledge of what I've learned with more confidence. But I don't think that lesson will ever go out of style. I think you've always got
mm,
to manage your ego and manage your understanding of what you know and your knowledge.
mm, mm. Well, we are artists, and although it is a bit of a cliche, I think, a lot of our education is kind of built towards, making us or creating narcissists out of us, just as to kind of like have confidence to kind of step on stage, right? Like all of us are sort of
Yeah.
narcissists in our own ways. So I think it's almost sort of a given. But yes, there are people like you who are very humble and just full of learnings, full of freshness towards the world. And that is something I think a maturity provides, age provides, and of course,
Mm.
experiences, lively experiences provide. So, speaking of experiences, I think another obstacle that maybe some people might have also encountered when it comes to communication is the idea of knowledge. As I already
Mm.
mentioned, dance film is such a niche sector at this point, which I'm not sure. Maybe it will grow and it will become sort of a mainstream and something that people can sort of build careers upon. But at this point in
Mhm.
time, not many people actually know how to navigate through this very, very interesting terrain. So when it
Mm.
comes to knowledge, for example, as you said, you've gone into so many different types of projects and you've met so many different types of people. Ego is one thing. The other part
Mhm.
is knowledge, right? How
Mhm.
how that kind of maybe becomes an obstacle because when they see something and when they feel like they know something more than you and you maybe have
Mhm.
the same kind of, or you reciprocate in that sense, then maybe
Mhm.
apart, like I said, apart from the ego, that the knowledge also kind of works against you to create hopefully an ideal piece of work. What are your
Mm.
maybe experiences in navigating that kind of terrain, the knowledge terrain, when it comes to producing the best kind of collaborations?
Wow. Knowledge. Yeah. I remember looking at a lens for the first time. What does this thing do? There's so, there is so
Yeah.
much I'm still learning about aperture and pulling focus
Mm,
and how to move lights. And, it's great to build teams of people that know things that you don't. But yeah, I think when there's a conflict of knowledge, when somebody wants to do it one way and you feel like there's another way, I think that's when like um, that's when the fire turns on, and you have to figure out how to communicate in a way that doesn't disrespect the other,
Mm.
but get your point across. And usually trying multiple ways is also totally fine. And realizing that there is more than one way to skin a pig.
Mm.
It's not the end of the world. But yeah, I think in terms of knowledge, just know that there's going to be things that you won't know. But I wouldn't not approach this work because of a lack of knowledge.
Mm.
I think if I was really, if you felt like you were unprepared because you didn't know how to do this, and therefore that's what's stopping you from going down this road of creating dance films, like just know that you will never know enough, and that
Mm.
you, yeah, I'm glad I started without the knowledge. I think ignorance for me was bliss. I didn't
Mm.
know how much I didn't know, and now I'm in it, and I've had moments where how much I didn't know was unsettling, and so I felt like stopping. But it's too
Mm.
much fun. It's too much
Yeah.
fun, and there's so much to learn, and the people that you surround yourself with are so important because they'll respect you even for a lack of knowledge if you respect them
Mm.
for all that they bring to the table.
Mm.